Mini Metro tutorial. When you play the game Mini Metro, this is basically what the game looks like. I've already started a game. I picked a map. I believe this is a Tokyo map. Over here on the upper left, there's an arrow to go back to the menu. On the right, there is a number. You see 334. That's the number of passengers that I've transported, which is the score. And then Wednesday is the day of the week. And the reason why is because you're probably going to get new trains or other elements based on the day of the week, such as a Sunday. When you click on this, the speed functions go away. You have the play button, the double fast forward, well, the regular fast forward, you got the pause. Over here at the bottom, eventually they'll be picked up, but I want to make sure that they get picked up as soon as possible. So I'm going to pick up this train. It's very hard to grab the train, and I'm going to put it over here, and then I'm going to play. At the bottom, you have your locomotives. This is a high-speed locomotive. The next one is a carriage, which allows you to carry more passengers. And then you have an interchange, which is a bigger station. And then you've got your tracks. You've got the pink, the blue, the purple, and then we've got 4 gray ones. And then we have a tunnel. The tunnel, as you can see, goes under the water. The water is the blue river that's drawn on screen. I'm going to make some changes here. I don't like the shape of this, so I am going to... Oh, that's a high-speed train. That's really good. Come on, I need this message to be moved so I can change this. And I'm going to have it go around like that. Gonna put another train on. I'm gonna remove this. There's a limit to how many trains you can put on a line, and both lines are full max capacity. I think it's 4 trains per line because it's grayed out. It won't let me put the train down. So that means I have to build another line to use my train. My advice is to build it here because these are the stations that are going to be very busy. I'm going to remove that one, and I'm going to take a train. They look like they're mostly at the station. So I'm going to advance the time until I find a train that I like. It already put the train on the track for me. This goes on to purple. The train that was over here is over here, and I'm going to remove it and put it on the pink line because the pink line needs the faster train running on it. The purple line doesn't have a lot of traffic yet. I'm going to put this like this. This Pentagon is one of the rare stations. You're going to have only a few passengers. It's unlikely that most of the stations need to link to it, but you definitely want it from your hubs. So again, these lines are maxed out, so I have to put it on this other line. And the carriage you can put anywhere. Let's see if I can put it on the high speed. No, I guess not. Try it again, see if it fits. Oh, it does fit on the high-speed line. So I'm going to take this carriage off and put it on the high-speed train. And I'm going to take this carriage and put it on the high-speed train. And then I'm going to link that. When you get... See, the diamond over here is one of the other special stations. You want to make sure... Here's another one. You want to make sure that they're linked where you can get to them very quickly. The map might slowly zoom out, which is why it looks different. If you reverse the video to where it started, it might look differently over here. So the issue is, on the outside, you've got all of these circles and triangles, which are the most common. You want to make sure you alternate them as much as possible. You don't want to have too many circles in a row. You don't want to have too many triangles in a row, because the triangle never delivers a passenger to another triangle, as far as I know. So looking for the high-speed line right there. So I'm doing pretty good. I have one tunnel. A tunnel basically means that you drag the line, it automatically creates the tunnel. You see over here I got a lot of circles and squares, no triangles. That means, you look at this bottom one, the bottom circle station has triangles. He has to go all the way down the route to here to find the triangle. And that's a long distance, and you really don't want to have to go that way. So you want to find a better solution. And there's no triangles over here. All the triangles are up here in the north. That means it's going to take a long time for those triangles to get up there. One thing I could do is cross this over. And the reason why it's good is because the plus signs are going to go here, and the pentagons will go here, and the triangles will go here. Maybe I'll make it go directly into this hub. It can't do it because it's already part of the line. So I'm going to connect it to here, which means that the triangles now have another route that they can use. Over here you see there's the piece of pie, which is another one of the special stations. You can see that the interchanges are getting to be pretty full. And you're definitely going to want to pause the game frequently. I'm often pausing the game. Over here we got a triangle. We definitely want to connect that. You can do things like take this train, he's going into the plus sign, and I could drive him into the square over here if I wanted to. So that's basically how the game is played. Because this one has two of the high-speed engines, the Shinotsuke, I think it's called, that means that people are probably going to get higher scores. You see, I'm already up to 1,000, and it's not that busy of a map. I know you're asking, why don't you select the line? The lines are not that valuable. You really want carriages. Number one, carriages is very important. Number two, the locomotives, the high-speed locomotives. Number three, the regular locomotives. The interchanges are important. You see over here, I don't have a tunnel to make it to that circle. I'm going to have to pull this back. And pull this back, pull this back, pull this back, pull this back. It's going to have to go here, here. Ah, I wasn't paying attention. And that's when the game's over. So when the game's over, you can continue in the endless mode, which gives you a different system. Where you have maybe a certain number per second being delivered, I'm not sure. So with this case, I don't want to use tunnels if I don't need them. And I don't need a line, so I'm going to pick the tunnel here. And I'll extend this over with a double tunnel. And he'll go over to here. Actually, it does allow me to connect over to here, so I will. So you're going to don't have any more room for locomotives. So that means the smart thing to do is to add another line. And the question is, how do you add the line? You definitely want to connect the rare stations, and you want to have a lot of connections on the inside, which is what the purple line is. So in order to get more trains, I'm going to have to put more carriages on, of course. And you do have to be careful. You cannot draw a path that goes in the water. So you have to make sure I can't go across the bay over here. You have to build it around. In order to use these other trains, it's going to have to be on the mainland here. Otherwise, not going to be as effective. I'm going to connect here to here. I'm going to connect here to the main intersection to here. I've got too many circles, so I'm going to go to a triangle. I'll go to the special station and I'll go down to here, and I'm going to move my trains onto here. And then it's all working. So don't worry about your layout. You have the ability to pause occasionally and redo your layout. Like a smart connection would be to go from here to here, because you've got 1, 2, 3 stations that you're skipping by doing this. So they're going to drop off people at the pie-shaped station. This is going to be difficult. However, I have tunnels, so I can just connect from here to here. So this one skips 1, 2, 3, and over here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's imbalanced. So I'm going to take this out and maybe connect it like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's going to flow a little bit easier. You always got to make sure you check your map, because you never know when something gets added and you don't notice it. My green line doesn't have a lot of connections, but I think it would help if I connect from here to here. That is my tutorial on how to play the game. We're going to go back to the menus. You can resume the game. You can start over from the beginning. You can go back to the main menu. We'll go to the main menu and take a look around. Obviously, I screwed up on that particular game, but you'll see that I've only played a few games, and okay, this one I was top 15%, but I know for some of these others I got better scores. That's top 15%. This one you can see I'm top 2%. There was one of their games where I was number 1. Over here I'm top 2%. Over here I'm top 10%. I only played one game. The other ones like Warsaw I don't know because it was a long time ago. So that's basically how you play. There are different modes. There's extreme, endless, creative, and endless means that the game never ends, and creativity means that you can place your own stations, and extreme says that tracks are permanent. You can't move a track. So I enjoy the game very much. I think you will too. Go to my discussion forum at cheapbooks.cc. There's a section with mini motorways and mini metros, probably under logic puzzle games. And you can go to cheapbooks.com if you want to search for books and textbooks. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.